Hello everyone, this is Calvin Russell, CEO and founder of 850 Club Credit Consultation. Hope everyone is doing well. I want to talk to you guys today about how you guys can get a free FICO credit score, okay? I know that there's a lot of companies that say that you can get a free score, but it really doesn't make a difference if it's not the FICO score, okay? So with the free FICO score, of course, there's a few ways that you can get it. Some are going to be a hard inquiry and some are actually going to be a soft inquiry, and some may be no inquiry at all, okay? So the easiest way to get a free FICO score and report is if you get a credit card that offers one, okay? There's a lot of companies that offer it, and as a matter of fact, I'll put the link right up at the top. There's, of course, that you can choose from. But there are, you have Chase Bank, you have Citibank, you have Discover. They just started doing it as well. Now, a lot of people always ask me, is what Capital One offers is that the FICO score. Unfortunately, it's not. It's the Vantage 3.0 score, which they're now coming out with the Vantage 4.0. That's what a lot of the credit score changes that everyone's talking about, which I'm going to do a video on pretty soon. But yeah, so either way, what Capital One offers is not a FICO score. That doesn't mean it is not an accurate score. Every score that someone gives you is technically accurate. The thing about it is that no one uses a particular algorithm, and the algorithm is how the score is computed or calculated, okay? So for those who don't know, FICO, 90% of lenders use the FICO score and algorithm, okay? And they've been doing that since the 80s, okay? And so it's been out longer, so it's more trusted, but Vantage is starting to make a lot of headway, mainly because of, Credit Karma and other free platforms that use them. But either way, I have a video on is Credit Karma accurate and things of that sort, so you guys can check that out. Matter of fact, I'll put that link up there as well too. So, but either way, the easiest way is to just get a credit card that offers one, and some will actually show you like a mini report or like a few steps on what you can do to improve your score. Now, keep in mind, banks make money off of interest, so they're not going to do too much to tell you how to improve your score. That's going to give you like more of a generalized version, okay? So those are credit cards of Citibank, Chase Bank, Discover Card. I think Bank of America does it too now. And but either way, just check out the link, and you'll be able to see the cards that actually do that offer that. Okay. Another way, of course, is if you apply for financing. And the law is, with the Fair Credit Reporting Act, you're supposed to get a free score and report if you get denied. And normally, let's say if you go to, let's say, a dealership and you get denied for financing, even if you drive off with the car, there could have been other banks that denied you. You may get some letters in the mail and they'll say, hey, this is why we denied you. Here's a score that we pulled. And they may or may not give you a report, but they always normally give you a score. And so, of course, that will result in a hard inquiry, meaning that they were trying to get you financing for, a car. Now, there's also a lot of times too, if you apply for a credit card, they'll let you know exactly, what your score was and why they did not, approve you. And so that's another way to get a free FICO score. Now, here's another thing. I'm going to do another video on how many FICO scores there are, because a lot of people know that there's 3 credit bureaus: TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Okay, now everyone knows that, but there's actually a subset of scores. That's another reason why Vantage 3.0 was started, to try to keep down a lot of the confusion. But some people think it's not a big deal. Some people don't think it's a big deal. So, but either way, I recommend that you get FICO, since that's what most people are using. It doesn't really matter what other platforms are doing if they're not going to use it. I'm not saying that they're probably not going to use it in the future. But you want to make sure that if you're going to use something, like if you're going to try to get a score, especially for free, you better make sure that someone's actually using it. So it's the same as if you try to get, let's say you put in an application to get like an apartment rental. They're probably going to send you your score if they denied you. They're supposed to, but a lot of times people don't know what the law is, so they may not, do it. Like if a landlord denies you for your credit score, they're supposed to tell you what your credit score is. And they do have access to that, just so you know. So, of course, those ways will result into a hard inquiry. Normally a soft inquiry will, which by the way doesn't affect your score report, And that's normally if, of course, you go with the credit cards that I mentioned before. Otherwise, if you get denied for, let's say, a mortgage loan, a personal loan, a credit card, an auto loan, something like that, anytime you get denied, they're supposed to give it to you. So those are about the only ways that you can actually get a free FICO score. Now there are some platforms that are out there that I know some credit card companies, some dealerships actually have it where they can do a soft pull, which they don't need your social or your date of birth. They just need your first name, last name, address, email, and telephone number, and they can see if you're pre-approved before you come in. And that pre-approval actually will give you your auto score, because you have a mortgage score, an auto score, a personal loan score, a credit card score, and an overall score. But in total, you have about 9 different scores. Even though I only counted a few of them, there are some that have different versions. Especially if you're looking for a mortgage, most companies go by the mortgage score 4. It's an old platform that FICO had. Right now, FICO's working on, a lot of companies are just now getting the FICO 9, which has already been out for 3 years, but now FICO is transitioning to the FICO XD. And the FICO XD is going to be a big competition to the Vantage 4.0. And all that means, in short, is that they're going to be giving more ways of non-traditional ways of adding credit. But I'll do a video on that so people can understand what's happening in the credit world. But just do know this: bills that you're currently paying right now will start to help you, but they can hurt you as well too. Because if you're late on utilities and things of that sort, that's going to play a huge role. But I'll do a video on that, the way you guys can talk about what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. But either way, that's the easiest way to get your FICO score for free. And that is to go with a credit card company or someone that's going to give it to you for free as part of their package. But now keep in mind, you got to qualify for those types of credit cards as well too. Usually the entry-level credit cards are not going to have access with that partnership with FICO. And the FICO score matters, regardless of what you think. That's just what lenders use. They've been using it for years. But with that, hopefully that was helpful. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you want to share it, be sure to share it. Sharing is always free. And if you like this video and you want to stay, updated with all the rest of my videos I have coming, be sure to subscribe as well too, and join over 500 people that are already happy. So thank you guys so much. Have a great day.